All right guys, check this out. This is the Saluda grade. This was a Norfolk Southern line at one time and it is closed down now. But this is the steepest grade, standard gauge in the whole United States. It runs at a 5% up from the bottom of the mountain up to here. But this is the peak of the grade. This is the top of Saluda, and there's tons of YouTube videos on this spot here. It's really cool. I've always wanted to make it here, and we did. Steepest standard. It's amazing. 3 miles. 3 miles on. So that's the grade. The grade climbs 600 feet in 3 miles. 600 feet. It's amazing. That's 600 feet in elevation. It's amazing. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you've seen in the beginning of this video, we went to what I think is like the railroader's mecca. So if you're familiar with Norfolk Southern and Southern lines and like significant railroads, the Saluda grade line was and still is the steepest grade percentage of any modern railroad that was ever in existence. I did some research on it. It was between 5 and 6%, 6% in some spots. It rose, so the grade actually came up, the rail line did. It came up 600 feet in elevation in a matter of 3 miles, and that was in curves. So normally they would have to cut the train in half, bring half the cars up, and then they would have to tie the train off, and then they'd have to back up and get more, like, get the rest of them. It's really awesome. There's videos, the actual training videos from Southern Railroad before it was Norfolk Southern, and they were using the older style EMD locomotives, and evidently those locomotives were specially built for that line. But I know that this is not about that railroad. There is plenty of amazing videos. Just look up Saluda grade, Norfolk Southern Saluda grade, or Southern Railway Saluda grade, and there's some amazing videos. So I'm gonna turn this camera around right now, and I'm gonna show you guys the plants that I've got and how I'm gonna plant them out here. All right, so I've got all of my, well, I call them my smart engines. I've got them all sighted, and I'm running this engine here. It's from 2001. This engine's actually for sale. It's not a line chief engine. It's just like your standard, well, I guess you would say like your older style engine where you have to variate the power with your transformer. That doesn't really work with what I've got now. So I kind of just use that train just to kind of just run it around that little loop right there. Of course, I could hook this train up and loop it, pull all these cars with it, but these engines, especially that one right there, it's a hell of a lot stronger than that one and that one combined. That's the older style line chief, and this is the newer style, and it's incredibly strong. That's not a bad engine either, but this is just kind of like my little spare stuff. So, all right, back to what we're doing. So I got me some trees, and yes, I know some of these things are going to get big, but that's okay. So I got me some mums. I got me some grass that I'm going to put over there at my tunnel. I got some junipers. I got some cypresses. Let's see. Yeah, I got me some junipers, and now I plan to put these out. I'm going to put probably those on this side. I'm going to put the trees, probably one tree here, maybe one tree in that far corner, and eventually I'm going to remove all this. And this is going to be something that's going to grow throughout the years. But I'm wanting to get me some larger trees where I can block out the view of the road. And this is where I'm starting with this. But yeah, I'm going to get some of these planted. Of course, I got me some hostas. Make sure they are hostas. Yeah, hostas. Just want to make sure I didn't tell you guys the wrong name. So I'm going to get these in the ground, and yeah, it's turning out great. So the rest of this dirt, I don't know if I'm going to bring this line out through here, or I'm going to bring it out straight and then start my loop around. I think that's what I'm going to do. The rest of my dirt, which is really good dirt, I'm gonna use that right here. My buddy, luckily I have secured pea gravel. He said all the pea gravel I want I can get from his construction yard. So we're good on pea gravel. That's one less expense. I was spending about $100 a week in bags of gravel, so that $100 a week can now go toward track. So thankfully that man is the man. Southern Land Works, or yeah, Southeast Land Works, no, Southern Land Works, out of Westminster, South Carolina. They did great stuff. So we are going to I guess I'm gonna start planting trees. I'm gonna let this engine run around a little while. What I do with this train is I put some of the no-ox on the wheels, which is the compound that I use to prevent the rails from rusting. So what I do is I put some of that compound on the wheels, and as it drives around the track, it actually coats my track. And normally I'll hook like 2 cars to it, and I'll coat the train wheels with it, and it's worked flawless. Like, this is, if you watch my previous video, you know that we had a hurricane that came through here. I had zero rust. We got about 4 inches of rain over 2 days. I had no rust. All I did was I just took my engines, I put them in my building, and I left over one of my cars outside. I did have a little bit of wheel rust, but it wasn't nothing severe. It was fine. And then after I drove them around for a couple of hours, all the rust kind of beat itself off. So, yep, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna go get some plants and get these things in the ground. All right, guys, so here's a little quick update. I actually filmed the 2 videos. That way you don't have to watch like the full one or the other. But I used my RC excavators to plant a couple of trees and bushes. The rest I want to do by hand. But yeah, so this is what we got going on so far. The chassis engine here, for some reason it is wanting to jump the tracks right here at this Y. So we're just running the single GE unit. That thing is powerful, I'm gonna tell you that. So I'm gonna give you guys an update once I get all this stuff planted. Well, I say give you guys an update, it'll be in this video. So yeah, let's go. All right, guys, so this right here is the end result of our project thus far. So whenever this bush starts to grow out, I'm gonna like tame it to grow, you know, grow around, keep it trimmed up, kind of bonsai this one. We got our mums right here. Of course, I'm gonna keep them trimmed back off the line, but it should fill in really nice. Our grass, I'm gonna try to tame it to go over our tunnel. And then these trees right here, hopefully they'll get really big and, you know, cover up this road view. We got some plants there. The wife wanted that one. We got another hosta there. So this whole project is gonna keep growing, expanding, and looking really awesome. So you guys have a good one. We'll see y'all on the next video. Tomorrow I plan to come out here and really clean these tracks because they're really dirty just from all the dirt spill over and everything. So I'm gonna have to take the probably take the switches up and really clean them out. Really clean the track really good and get it all back all good. So we'll see y'all, we'll probably see y'all next weekend. We'll see you. Thank you.